Okay, so somebody thinks that God is Markov or something, or somebody wants me to make God talk in sentences. I did that in high school, but it wasn't God. Let me. This is. God said, I could tell the whole story. Okay, I'll tell the whole story. So, 1990, I became an atheist and got a job at Ticketmaster. 1996, strange shit started happening, and I thought it was the end of the world, and went out of town and was imagining UFOs and apocalypse, and drove all the way just crazy in the direction from Arizona to Texas. Anyway, let's just say quit my job, gave everything away, and lived homeless just because that's what you're supposed to do. And I helped at a food kitchen and did that for a little while. That seemed like insanity. So I got my credit card and started making a robot company for 3D printing, basically. So settled into kind of more routine living. Got a job with Zytec, 97 to 99. Decided I wanted to write a book. So in the course of this, I read the Bible. I would open it, and like everybody, I would randomly open it, and it might talk. This is St. Augustine. He's a doctor of the Catholic Church. That means he's bigger than the boat. For if, when a man by haphazard opens the pages of some poet who sang and thought of something wholly different, a verse oftentimes fell out wondrously agreeable to the present business, it were not to be wondered at if out of the soul of man unconscious what take place in it by some higher instinct and answer. This fucking nigger was a atheist. By some higher instinct, answer should be given by he fucking thinks it's super ego. When you open a book you've never read, goddamn, there are some stupid fucks. I mean, am I right? You would think if you open a book you've never read, son of a bitch, he thinks it's instinct. God, what a stupid fuck. He's an atheist. Everybody's an atheist. They don't accept miracles. Well, anyway, this is a real simple question. How did God talk in the Bible? How did God talk in the Bible? People heard voices? Why don't you pay attention to people who hear voices? No, that's not what happened. They did the occult. They did tongues as a cult and an oracle as a cult. We can look for oracle. Filter. Okay, let's see. So Solomon overlaid the house with pure gold. He made a partition with chains of gold before the oracle. He overlaid it with gold, and the whole house overlaid with gold. Basically, you do something random. It doesn't matter what you do. You can get God to talk if He wants to. You have to establish a channel of communication. So if you have symbolism for understanding cow intestine, tea leaves, any of that shit, it can work. Actually, what I discovered is you have to have a context. You have to do an offering beforehand. Anyway, so long story short, I randomly opened the Bible. I discovered it talked, and sometimes I didn't know that you had to make a context first. At this point, you're thinking, "Uh-oh, this is idolatry or witchcraft or something." Anyway, the point is you get a spirit to talk. If you think about it, tongues is getting a spirit to talk. Don't beat around the bush. You're getting a spirit to talk. That's your goal. If it talks, that's good. It's not bad. Some people are afraid of success. A Ouija board, that's a way to get a spirit to talk. Doesn't work very well. It's the same thing. Why is a Ouija board different than tongues? It's the same thing. You're getting a spirit to talk. Now, opening a book randomly, same thing. You're getting a spirit to talk. Some of them are a little better technically. Anyway, so I opened the Bible, then I started saying, oh, but I know if it's from the beginning or middle. So then I started making random numbers with coin tosses. This worked. So I used a computer program to index all the books in my room. I would pick a book off a shelf with random numbers from coin tosses. Then I said, I want to do the internet. So how can I do that? How about I make random words for Google? And I did that. If you have a history of Google searches, you could find out the first thing. Oh no, I don't know if I entered it. Anyway, first thing God said was no weights. He doesn't want statistical weights. And he started talking immediately with the words instead of plugging them into Google. Google had, I feel lucky. I was disappointed. I said, oh, cool. Anyway, so I made a word program, and God said no weights. That's one of the. So basically, if you add any intelligence to it, aside from just raw, then you can't tell what's God and what's not. Rudiments before endeavored away, dwelt afraid. Yeah, I had an awful lot of fear along the way. Anyway, you might be afraid. Oh well, you'll get over it. God's good. Okay, I'll shift B.